Okay, back at pretty much tearing apart the good old handbook. So pretty much now I'm going to this week turn back to page 74. So here you can see the the basically the start of the chapter 8. It's smart tools and strategies matrix, and so again it gives you tools and stuff to change your behaviors, your thought patterns, and pretty much to move forward in life. Where in AA, all you're told is hey, look, read the big book. It hasn't changed since the 1930s when it was first written, so it hasn't been updated at all to in essence to our modern day understanding of psychology and mental health and everything that we now know. And so it's taking care of schizophrenia. Are you going to want to take 1930s medical advice in treating your schizophrenia, or are you going to want to in essence get advice and tools and stuff that are based in the 21st century? So it's your choice. I mean, if you don't want to be able to move forward with your mental health and be able to in a sense manage stuff and everything in a healthy way, then by all means get into that bullshit that's pretty much 100 years old and hasn't changed since then. Personally, I'd rather see myself and other people succeed in life with getting into modern stuff and techniques and tools that are actually going to help, not some religious quack dogma that like I said is 100 years old that hasn't changed since then, and in other words is basically outdated bullshit and everything. So anyway, with the chapter 8, it's just basically this one page and everything. So smart tools and strategy matrix. So stages of it's basically table 8.1 matrix, stages of change, strategies and tools. So for instance, it gets into the different stages that you go through and everything, the psychological, in a sense, the psychological stages of pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, maintenance, and exit. So for instance, pre-contemplation, I don't have a problem. Don't bug me. I'm just visiting this meeting, or I'm just pretty much I don't have an issue. I'm completely fine. So how many people that are into drug and alcohol abuse that you are kind of like that? Oh, I don't have a fucking problem. I'm completely fine. So strategies is to try to see your whole situation. Attend smart meetings, explore a smart website, drinkers checkup. So now it's they're saying attend smart meetings. It's in the smart recovery handbook, so it kind of goes hand in hand. But now, of course, I have done videos on alternatives. There's the Reach Out Recovery, there's Rational Recovery, there's the Secular Organizations of Sobriety, there's the Phoenix Program. So you don't necessarily, you could, in essence, not necessarily just do this. You can use this in going to one of going down one of those paths. Now the smart tools is basically the hierarchy of values. You're placing what do I value in life and everything. So chances are you're going to be using alcohol and drugs at the very bottom. You're probably going to put on top of your a hierarchy of values. Maybe having healthy relationships with friends and family, making sure you're financially secure, in that maybe you have maybe you have a job, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, and you have your own business that you have a source of income and everything. Okay, so maybe you start taking care of your physical and mental health, and so you can see how you're putting positive stuff on top of the hierarchy of values. So the contemplation stage is I want to change, and in parentheses I think ambivalent rather than unmotivated or in denial. So the strategies is kind of clarify your situation. So kind of look after getting a step back and looking at your situation, start clarifying oh yeah, okay, so maybe it's not a good thing getting blackout drunk all the time, or or it's okay, so it's not a good thing to get do the binge drinking on the weekends and everything, because I need to relax and everything. So you can see that start clarifying your situation. Okay, there's the problem, and then okay, well, start seeing things what can I do to in a sense fix this. So the smart tools that it gets into is the hierarchy of values, cost benefit analysis, CBA for short. So for instance, is it really worth like going out to happy hour and starting like a week long binge and then wasting the whole weekend, or is it better to like forego like happy hour on Friday, go to the gym, and then ramp into the weekend on Saturday? Maybe you start getting all the errands done that have piled up during the week that you might not necessarily have been able to get to and everything. So like okay, so maybe I can finally get to the laundry and I don't feel like rushed during the week, or like I feel like oh man, I have to fucking do this, and like it's taken away from my drinking time. Again, like you're setting yourself kind of like using the cost benefit analysis. Like, is it worth going out to drink, or is it better to get these things done so I can set myself up for success? Whether, like for instance, the job or the entrepreneur. Like I have like I either work for someone in their business. Like I maybe have a manufacturing job. I go work Monday through Friday to get that source of income, or maybe I have my own business. Maybe I have like a local gaming store, like a metaphysical shop or something, that like and I like work there, and like so I'm not, in a sense, binge drinking or getting blackout drunk to kind of like not open up my store, or I'm not showing up to work hungover or something. The cost benefit analysis, and then like they do have like the change plan worksheet, so you can sit there and write things down, like as I'm clearing my throat, you can write things down like, hey, this is what I need to do like the change and stuff. Preparation, like the stage of change. I know I need to change, but how do I do it? So like either and then it starts getting more into depth and detail and stuff. So like you consider your options, take small steps. So you look ahead, not backward. So like you don't necessarily like look back and like, oh man, I'm a complete fucking failure. Look at all those times I fucked up and everything. You look ahead. You look ahead to be like, okay, I screwed up in the past. I learned from it. This is where I'm at right now. I'm going to move forward to better myself so I don't make those same mistakes and everything. So there's tools that it gets into, this the CBA, the cost benefit analysis, update change plan, and like a manage urges using disarm and basic strategies. So it gets into other parts of this book and everything. So then like we get into like action. So now I'm working on changing my addictive behavior. So you gain in understanding your addictive behavior. So like, okay, now you're like now this is an ongoing process after like weeks, months, maybe a couple like a year or two. You understand like, okay, so if I'm in these certain situations, this is what kind of like in a sense triggers me. This is what sets me off, and then like you kind of like build on tools and stuff, like, okay, so how do I mitigate stuff like that, like a analogy I use, like you go down Main Street to like past the bar you always go to, take a side street and go down like one of the side streets, so you bypass the bar altogether type of deal. So then you build relationships, and you identify and commit to trying new coping mechanisms. The analogy I use, this is like a perfect example. Like I just said, instead of going down like the main street past the bar you always go to, you go down the side street. You hit the gym. So instead of like going and hitting happy hour on a Friday and getting drunk and then setting yourself up for like a failure on the weekend, you're going like a side road, going to the gym and setting yourself up for success. And so like you have like a coping mechanism, a healthy one. Oh man, this week is just such a like, total shit and everything. You hit the gym. Oh hey, I feel better about myself, instead of like going to the happy hour. Oh, woe is me, and you start drinking your worries away, and then you still have to deal with your problems regardless. So like gets into that. So like the tools, like the ABC update change plan, and then you identify smart strategies to manage urges and everything in this one. So you can see how like each like in essence stage of change, it kind of builds upon the last and everything. So maintenance, then like, okay, I'm committed to and sticking with abstinence. So the strategies, like enjoy confidence you're building, be wary of temptations, learning to plan, review relapse prevention. So like for instance, you start start feeling better about yourself, like, oh hey, look, like it's been 2 weeks since I've had a drink. I now like am going to the gym regularly. And I'm feeling pretty good, and you build upon that, and like you start enjoying it and everything. So you be wary of like temptations. So like maybe like you do go to the happy hour like with Fred from work all the time, and like you work in different departments and everything, and like basically like on opposite ends of like the building and everything. So you don't necessarily have like any like physical contact with Fred at work. So you just pretty much could say. get back to building relationships. So you don't necessarily build that negative relationship. So you be wary of temptations by going, hey, seeking out Fred so you can go drink or whatever. So you learning to plan again, maybe you get like a piece of paper where you sit there, write down like your plans, and you pull it out like, okay, so this is my plan for the weekend. I got the laundry, I got dishes, I got to do like a house cleaning, and I got to take care of my trash. And so then you're doing the planning. So then when you learn how to do that, so that way it becomes automatic. Like, oh, okay, so Saturday, you don't necessarily need that piece of paper. Like, okay, Saturday, this is what I do and everything. You continue to review relapse prevention. So again, getting back into consider your options, take small steps, clarify your situation, and identify and commit to trying new coping mechanisms. So you review them to kind of see what's working, what's not. So the tools, again, like ABC, Lifestyle Balance Pie, the Hierarchy of Values, the VACI worksheet to review interests and activities. Because sometimes you might be interested in like, oh my god, I have all this free time now that I'm not drinking and everything. I have all these interests. So you review it to kind of narrow it down. It's like me, maybe you're into tabletop role playing games, board games, and trading card games, and so you start to branching out in like those three things, trying different different board games, different card games, and different role playing games, and see what you like and everything. So that's kind of like you review it and everything, and then you kind of in essence go on the exit, so you get off the off ramp. So moving on to the rest of my life, so now the strategies, you've adopted a new normal and self-image. So again, like I say, Friday night, instead of going out to happy hour, you're now going to the gym. Saturday, instead of binge drinking all day long, you're now getting things done, okay, all your errands, and maybe you're starting to hang out with friends, you're getting into hobbies and stuff like that. You attend smart means when you want to or need to. So there is in essence a life past going to meetings and setting yourself up for success, for instance, where you're not always, oh man, I have to fucking attend to meetings for the rest of my life to be constantly reminded of my fucking pathetic behaviors and stuff like that. So no, you set yourself up so you don't need to attend meetings for the rest of your life and not move forward. That's the ultimate goal with especially with this exit strategy, is moving forward with your life, so you don't need that crutch of going to meetings all the time. So now, of course, 3-4 years down the road, you might be hitting a rough patch where you can come back and maybe you can in essence come to a meeting or two and maybe meet some new faces and see get the different perspective. Say you're meeting some new people that are just starting okay, yes, I remember being there. So it gets that reminder 2 or 3 years down the road, okay, so I can see where I'm at now. And the tools that they uses for the exit stage is the CBA, the cost benefit analysis, the lifestyle balance pie, and a ABC. So that goes into and other stuff. So off the top of my head, I don't know. I have to look at the ABCs, but I'm going pretty much back the ABCs in both exit, maintenance, and action plans. So people can actually look that up and everything. Grab one of these and kind of other stuff. Get the here we go. The ABCs, as I flip the pages, to kind of prove how I have to actually look stuff up too and everything. So activating if-and belief, consequences of irrational belief, disputing irrational belief and replacing with a new one, effective new belief. So that was the ABC that I was just kind of oh wait, So yeah, we just kind of touched upon chapter 8, how you see the process of getting better and moving on with your life from substance abuse, alcohol or drug abuse, addiction, substance use disorder, however you want to label it, instead of just constantly being told especially in AA means, you're a worthless alcoholic, you need to attend these meetings forever, so fuck you, you need to do this and you need to do this forever, instead of beating you down, telling you how powerless, worthless, and hopeless you are. It stuff like this builds you up so you can move forward and get better in life, and ultimately, like I said, with the exit strategy, move on with your life instead of being in a sense getting stuck with meetings, instead of getting stuck with drinking all the time. So me, I'd rather move on with my life with stuff like this than get stuck in meetings and just sit there like, oh my god, I'm wasting my fucking time. So this is pretty much going over chapter 8 this week and everything. This showcase like, hey, look, here's like the layout that you can do to move on with your life from alcohol and or drug abuse.